with the Rangers Respite. I'm Philip, and this is Drinking Geeks. Hey guys, it's Friday, and it's Pride Month, so I figured, I've been planning all along to talk about historic figures in the LGBTQ community, and given recent events, I think it's only fitting that I adjust slightly and focus on black members of the LGBTQ community. Maybe some that are a little bit lesser known. The first one that I'm doing, so given the fact that historically it was considered to be wrong to be a member of the LGBTQ community, some historic figures were more circumspect about their being part of the community. So some people might say that the people that I'm talking about aren't necessarily members of the LGBTQ community. However, there is evidence to suggest that they were. The first one is Bessie Smith, who is like she was the Empress of the Blues. And in case you're wondering how that ties in with today's Friday cocktail video, I'm making a cocktail called the Basin Street, which Basin Street in New Orleans is, and forgive me for saying that funny, I'm from Virginia. I can't say New Orleans correctly, and if I say New Orleans, I'm told that I'm pronouncing it wrong. So I'm copying somebody who's actually from the area. But anyway, I'll stop getting distracted. Bessie Smith was the Empress of Empress of Jazz or Empress of the Blues. Sorry, it just occurred to me that I haven't actually looked at this in like 20 minutes, and I have the memory retention of a goldfish. Empress of the Blues. I remembered it correctly. Empress of the Blues, Bessie Smith. She, according to some people, had an affair with Ma Rainey. But that is like sort of one of those, like, people have said it and whatnot, but there's no evidence to support that. There is, however, evidence to support her involvement with the dancer Lillian Simpson, and it was apparently well known at the time too. And I wish I could play some music, but I live in fear of being dinged by YouTube's broken DMCA copyright system. The other one is Josephine Baker. Wait a minute. I'd be missing a trick if I didn't. Switch to that in light of Josephine Baker's last name. Josephine Baker was an amazing person. She grew up in the South and moved to New York to make music, and then from New York went to Paris, and when World War II broke out, she became a sort of spy and used her fame and notoriety to effectively transport information and intelligence and whatnot, and that's really cool. Her children have frequently pointed out that she had the word that this article uses is dalliances, which I'm not really sure what exactly that means, but I know based on context clues, with men and women, and some of her paramours included Frida Kahlo, Clara Smith, and novelist Colette. I don't think I'm saying that last name correctly. Colettee. Look, I never claimed to be good at this, just that I'm trying. Now, Basin Street is known for its jazz and blues clubs. So, I figured that was an appropriate cocktail. We'll start with Baker's Single Barrel. I love that sound. Because Josephine Baker. And for those of you who are screaming at your screen, no, you can't use that. That's really nice whiskey. You can use really nice whiskey however you like. The best whiskey is the whiskey you like, how you like to drink it. If you like it in cocktails, that's just fine. If you like that attitude, you'll love the folks over at the Whiskey Tribe, which is where I got that particular saying from. Now, it's 2 ounces of bourbon. I'm using Baker's Single Barrel because Josephine Baker. And then it is 1 ounce triple sec. And I use Arrow because it's cheap and I am broke. Well, I'm not exactly broke, but I don't have a whole lot of money. And 1 ounce of lemon juice. And hopefully I have a whole ounce in this little bottle. I do have just barely 1 ounce. That's it for that bottle. And then you shake it with ice. You want to wash your hands before handling ice. And if you're making drinks for other people, probably don't use your hands. Now, and then you want to shake it. Until it is well chilled. And strain it into a rocks glass of rice. Use ice to taste however much you would like. Now, I'll admit that this isn't the prettiest cocktail, especially without the lemon peel twist to garnish and cherry, but let's see how it tastes. Oh, it smells really good. So, Baker's Single Barrel is a fantastic whiskey that is, I think I've reviewed it. I'll make a video review of it someday. Oh, that's good. It is very strongly citrusy. If you don't like citrus, you won't enjoy this. But, you know, the citrus sits on top of the foundation of those classic bourbon flavors, the strong oak, cinnamon, vanilla, and like slight char and spice. Yeah, I think this would go well with some blues. Now, if you are a member of the Patreon, you can vote. There's still time to vote on what I review next week. I won't give the whole Patreon spiel because it seems like a bad time to self-promote like that. But there are some links in the description down below to support the peaceful protests against police brutality. It is important as Americans to support fellow Americans who are being abused by the powers that be. So I ask you to please, all of those links, one or the other, or both, donate some money, because being part of a community means looking out for the other people in your community, whether they look like you or not. In the meantime, stay happy, stay geeks, sláinte.